This second request I make, and it's a little early because we have about a little over a month before we get to Passover and the counting of the Omer. It's a little more esoteric. What I'm going to ask is I need 60 people from our congregation. Because there's a teaching in Judaism that if you do something, a 1/60th of something, if you give 1/60th of your field, if you sleep, it's 1/60th of death. If you visit someone who is sick, you take 1/60th of the pain. I need 60 people, this cluster of this number, to join me in something very powerful and special for the counting of the Omer. I need 60 individuals who are willing to do 1/60th over the course of each of the 50 days of the counting of the Omer. 1/60th of 10,000 is about 167. And if you're one of those people like me that looks at some of the things to do for fitness, every human being is supposed to take 10,000 steps each day to make sure that you are staying moving and active. And I'm not looking for 60 people to take 10,000 steps every day for 50 days. That would be lovely. I'm going to make it even simpler. I just want to see if we as a congregation, at least 60 of us, can commit for each day for 50 days to take 167 steps. How amazing would it be? And then somebody's going to check my math and tell me I'm off. Who knows? Let's see. How amazing would it be if for each of those 50 days, and not just to get to the end of the day and say, hey, I took 167 steps, I'll send a message to the Rabbi Bernholtz. No. 60 people who will take, how long could it take? To take 167 steps, to take those few minutes to measure your steps, to count your steps, to think about those steps mindful, realizing you are part of a larger community and that we together are reaching that goal. I'm not sure what it is going to do. I don't know how it's going to change the world. I don't know if it's going to end the pandemic or fix the climate or what it might do. But there is something powerful. There is something incredible about joining together, not knowing what the final product is going to look like, and doing it collectively and doing it together. That is also part of Parshat Terumah. In fact, in the Midrash, God lays out this whole design for Moses, and there's red fire and red fire and black fire and white fire and green fire. And Moses looks at all of this plan that God lays out and says, God, I don't have this stuff. I can't make these designs that you're drawing and build them on earth. We don't have red fire and green fire, black fire and white fire. And God says, Moses, I don't need this because this is the version in heaven. I need you to take this and bring it down to earth. This is one of our ways of grounding, quite literally, grounding ourselves, of weaving together something in our community, some of our energy in a thoughtful, conscious way for the days of the counting of the Omer. And so if you're willing to be one of these 60, send me an email, reach out to me. I don't know if I'll use a Google Doc or a Google Sheet or Facebook or something like that, but we will have a way that each of us over those 50 days will acknowledge that we are making those mindful and meaningful steps. So tonight, two different things we ask for. Just as God asked the people of Israel to bring together their resources to build a sanctuary that could go on the move with them through the wilderness, that would be a center for God's presence in the community, we ask you to respond to the benchmarking survey that you'll get from the Union for Reform Judaism. And I invite some of you to join me as we get to the end of March after Passover, when the Omer starts, and we make this type of special collective effort for the counting of the Omer for that period of 50 days. Let us take these different tasks. Let us take them on as a community. May we, as this group of individuals, come together and find a way of being a Beth Shalom, truly a house of wholeness, harmony, and peace. Amen. Shabbat Shalom, and it is wonderful to be a community together.